Hello and welcome back to One Obsession at a Time. I am your host Anastasia Lara, and today I thought we would do a little bit of a deep dive into alternate day fasting for those of you who want to follow along at home. So I thought I would cover the rules that I follow, the rules that I ignore, things that have made it easy for me, what happens if you break your fast early, and my mindset going forward. So hopefully you can take some of these things into your own fasting journey. Now, I had already fasted probably up until about 20 hours was my maximum, and to be honest, I found the idea of doing just one meal a day, which is where you basically have that 4-hour eating window, I found that really hard. And so I must have been really sick of myself when I said I was going to try a 36-hour fast. And I must admit, I liked the novelty of it. I do think when the novelty of something wears off, it can be a lot harder to keep going. But if you're ready to knuckle in as well, and you have already tried fasting of some sort, then 36 hours, it's actually a lot of fun. So the rules that I follow, I clean fast, which means that I only drink water, black coffee or tea, and I avoid flavoured teas, just in case they do break my fast. I have been having some Himalayan salt underneath my tongue, and previous to starting this, I had read that you could use like lemon juice and apple cider vinegar, and a lot of the Facebook groups and podcasts say no, don't do that. It's not a clean fast if you do that. However, I'm sure in Megan Ramos's book, she says that that's okay. So I'm going to check on what she says, because I actually think I'm going to go with what she says, and I'm really after the things that make fasting easy and effective. And I have read that having apple cider vinegar is really good at taking away those hunger pangs. So when you do get hungry, it's good at preventing that. So I'm going to look into that in the coming weeks. I also don't have any gum. So I am a big gum chewer, but apparently gum is not compliant. It will spike your insulin. So even though you're like, well, I'm not eating, I'm keeping my mouth busy, blah, 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 you are potentially still spiking your insulin, which is not good. The hours I follow. So I fast for at least 36 hours. And for me, that means I eat my last meal one evening, and then the next day I don't eat at all. I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat lunch, I don't eat dinner, and then I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, generally I've done 36 hours and I can break my fast. The rules that I ignore, I don't restrict my eating in any other way. If I want to wake up and have a flavoured yogurt, I'll have a flavoured yogurt. If I want to wake up and have 2 flavoured yogurts, I'll have 2 flavoured yogurts. If I want to eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, I will eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. If I want to eat crisps, if I want to eat chocolate, I will eat those things. I must say in the back of my mind, I do not want to undo my hard work. And so far I haven't. So I've been fasting for almost 2 weeks now, and I've lost 3 kilograms, which I think is about 6.5 pounds. I'm not sure. I'm pretty happy with that though. And so I don't put any other eating rules. I'm not doing keto. I'm not doing Whole30. I am not doing low carb. I am just eating what I feel like eating until I really get this routine down. And maybe that'll change later, but also maybe it won't. We are coming into winter, so I think the chances of it changing in the coming weeks are slim. I haven't exercised. I have lots of excuses for that. My mum was here from overseas for 10 days, and then we went straight into 2 weeks of school holidays. Sure, I could have kept exercising. Have I? No. So that is not a rule that I put on myself. I know now that when I see, like for instance, I will see a post of somebody and they're like, right, I'm starting tomorrow. These are my rules. I'm eating low carb. I'm eating 130 grams of protein a day. I'm doing a 30-minute walk. I'm hitting 10,000 steps. I'm doing 3 weight sessions a week. I just look at that and go, whoa, girlfriend, you are setting yourself up to fail. So I am just doing one thing, and that is alternate day fasting, and that's all I'm doing so far. And the rest will come. I do think that I will be a faster runner when I weigh less. I do think that I will feel better about my body and want to do yoga when I weigh less. So there's lots of things. I'm not living for the future, but I think exercise will come for me. Okay, so some things that have made it easy for me. I am making sure that I plan my social events around alternate day fasting. So for example, I've invited some friends over for aperos on the weekend, and they're coming on Sunday because that is my eating day. I am staying busy, so throughout the day, if I know I'm going to be hungry, I'm like, right, I am going to write myself a list of things that I need to do, and I'm just going to do them. If I know I'm going to be particularly hungry at 4 o'clock, I plan to go for a walk at 4 o'clock, or I plan to go grocery shopping at 4 o'clock or something like that. I keep myself busy at those particular times. And I also think about the night before I fast, I pre-plan, and I pre-plan in a few ways. So the first one is I preload my body. So before I close my fasting window, I will have an electrolyte drink full of electrolytes. However, it's an electrolyte drink that would break a clean fast. So I can't have it on my fasting days, but I have it the night before just to make sure that my body has those electrolytes as I'm coming into my fast day. Then I have my Himalayan salt throughout the day. I drink lots of water throughout the day. I have sparkling water throughout the day, and I just drink as much coffee as I like. At about 6 o'clock at night on my fasting days, I can start to get cold. I don't know what it is, but my body just gets cold. And so I do like to sit with a nice big warm cup of tea around then, and that makes that easy as well. So then what happens if you break your fast early? Well, as you know, I did this. You can go back and listen to the last episode. I broke my fast. I just got straight back into my fast the next day. I didn't want to beat myself up because I broke my fast at 18 hours. That's still a really good fast. That is still a really good fast. But I aimed to fast again to keep flexing my fasting muscle and to ensure that I am on schedule for that fasting day on Sunday. So yes, these are the things that I'm doing. Those are the rules that I am following. I'm clean fasting. I am not restricting my diet in any other way. I'm just aiming for 36 hours. I am using the Zero app. I am using my calendar and planning things around my social events. And I'm also planning to stay busy. What other things have made it easy for me? Support groups online. Fantastic. during weak moments, looking at before and afters in Facebook groups and things like that, that is really motivating for me. And reading. At night time, every night before I go to bed, I'm reading through my Intermittent Fasting for Women book by Megan Ramos, and learning more about my body and learning how amazing fasting is for my body, and just really looking forward to taking this to the next level. Something else I do want to mention is I listened to an episode of the fasting podcast. It was about therapeutic fasting, which is where you're trying to fix something, versus just time-restricted eating. And that was really motivating as well. It was really like, do you want to do this once or do you want to keep doing it forever? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to do this once. I want to get this weight off, and then I just want to do time-restricted eating when I need to. I don't want to have to do these mega fasts every week and keep yo-yoing up and down. So listening to podcasts, that is also something really motivating if this is something that you think that you might like to get involved with. It's doing wonders for me, I must say. I'm really happy with it so far. That's it, guys. So it's been nice talking to you and letting you know what I'm doing and the rules that I'm following and the things that are making it easy for me. Let me know in the comments under this podcast how you're going. See you next time.